This week's vlog shows Kayla and I traveling over the mountain passes from Olympia to Calgary to break down more of our soap studio to help us sell our house. Then Kale spends some quality time with Jiggy and Dempsey before he travels back to Olympia. Now alone, I tackle packing up some shipments and then whipping up a quick scrub to help exfoliate my flaky psoriasis. We have reached Ellensburg and we are gassing up and we are gonna grab some McDonald's for breakfast. Jiggy has been doing so well. She's loving the freedom, the ability to crawl all over the car if she wants to. She has her harness on, she's pretty secure. And she's been sleeping for the most part, which is nice. And she's definitely not as vocal as she was when she first crossed over the mountains when we drove from Calgary to Olympia. But you're doing so good. But we are 3 hours in, 10 more to go.
Your power is bringing our darkness to dawn. It's roll on, Columbia, roll on.
Stopped at Good Grief, at the Good Grief General Store.
Good grief.
It was so cute in there.
Last little stop in Idaho before we cross the border.
And look at this gorgeous scenery. Wow. Beautiful.
As far as you can see.
Hello, Calgary. It's over there in the skyline. Right there. Hey, Dempsey. Hi. Oh, hey, sweet girl. Ready to go home? Ready to see Dad?
Big girl.
Who's that? Oh. Aren't you so happy, sweet girl? Oh. It's been a month, right?
2 months. Yeah. It's been 2 months almost for the day.
Oh, and there's the flop.
I love you. Oh.
Oh, she must show you her favorite toy. Look at her. Look at her new toy. Oh, okay. Bye, Dempsey.
Oh, all right.
And she's back.
Where?
She just wanted to run. So we have started to take apart the tables. This is the packing table that was there. And we're hoping that we can dismantle at least this guy before our showing today at 12. But I can already see how taking that down just really made that room look much bigger. Dempsey! Demps!
I love like feeling
Her moving?
Yeah, the movement.
And how are you doing with your drinking? Aww. Hi. Hey.
Empty? Oh. Now you know what I got.
Come on! Come on, Dempsey! Oh, got distracted by a smell. It's what going to the dog park with a basset hound is like. Just a million smells. After 20 minutes, she finally got here. Hi! You did it! So here's this training platform, but Dempsey was preoccupied by the trash over there. And we think that this training platform is to help train a dog walk behind their owner. We're not sure yet though. All right, looks like we're finally getting her to come around this way. Let's see if she'll follow you. Good girl, Dempsey. Oh, she tripped a little on her ears there. Come on, Dempsey. Yay, you did it. Big jump. Oh, big jump for a basset. I'm also really impressed. That's good. Oh, I had such a good visit with you.
Yeah, better to visit it.
Yeah, thank you for coming and helping.
Yep,
Ready to go?
mission accomplished. Yep.
It is golden bubble time. So what that means is I'm assembling my shipments to my golden bubbles. I send a handmade gift to these guys every month. And this gift is special because I'm giving away some candles, amongst other things, but I'm just really grateful to have a group of people that want to support me like this in this manner. So I look forward to this time each month, but I am a little late this month because I've been going back and forth from the States to here. But now that I'm back, this is my priority. I dropped off Kale at the airport this morning, as you guys saw, and yep, life goes on. Seeing if these jars fit. Yeah, these jars will fit into these 9x3x3 boxes, but sideways. I have to assemble the boxes so I can get this errand done. I have a showing tonight at 7:30 at night, and we had a lot of activity over the weekend, over Easter weekend. So it'll be interesting to see if anything comes of that, but it was awesome having Kale here. Not only did he get reunited with Dempsey, and they got to spend some time together. But also he was able to dismantle those tables that were down there and really make the basement look like a livable, normal basement space, which I will show you guys what it looks like in a bit. But he's been so helpful. He helped me change my tires and it was great having someone to keep me company while the showings were going on. We had a lot of showings on Sunday. When it comes to what I gift my Golden Bubble patrons, I like to send a variety of things and I keep in mind their preferences. I try not to send the same thing that I've already sent to them, so hopefully it's a different thing each time. If you guys are wondering where I get these shipping boxes from, we get these from Staples. These candles are some of the few items that I have left in my shop. I was really lucky to be able to have my wholesale customers buy the majority of my stock. I just have these candles and conditioner bars left. So moving forward, my Golden Bubbles are gonna receive just projects that I make, stuff that I don't normally sell. And I think that's a fun idea. These items, if I make a lot of them, might end up in my Etsy shop and I can sell the rest of them that way. But I don't plan on making any of my regular stuff until we're back up and running. I know if I push myself, I could probably make it happen, but I've come to a point in my life, in my business, where I don't necessarily want to. It's incredibly stressful. And when you're going through a transitory time, the less stress you have, the better. Oh, that smells amazing. I have some crinkle fill here to help protect my candles. They are in glass jars. I also wrap them up in bubble wrap to further protect them. Currently using my kitchen island because everything is now taken down in the basement. So that is about as far as I got with that. I need to get my nails redone because they are severely grown out. So I'm gonna go and do that. I have an appointment at 4 and I'll show you the before and after. So they're basically the same French nails, but I thought yellow was fitting for not just Easter, but April. And I love them. Nice pastel yellow. It's now 5:21 and I need to start to get this house ready for my 7:15 showing. So that means putting this stuff away and cleaning the rest of the house. Pretty much routine by now. It is the next day. We are back to packing. This is my new packing station because the whole packing station has been dismantled downstairs. Kale did a really good job with that, but I had to spend some time trying to find all my packing stuff again because he threw everything in a box. But I did manage to find everything that I needed to in order to get these boxes and the things that are gonna go into those boxes packaged up and ready to go out the door, hopefully either by today or tomorrow. As it is right now, we have no showing, so that opens up my whole day to get this done. So hopefully I'm able to do that. In addition to candles, my Golden Bubble patrons are also getting conditioner bars today that I have to stick these stickers on. To package these guys, we wrap them up in biodegradable shrink wrap. And then there's these label stickers that I get from Uline. I have a laser printer, which I think gives the best, the sharpest, and most professional print. Oops, I just put the wrong sticker on the wrong conditioner bar. Gosh, of course I did. And stick it and put it in the right one. There you go. I also like the laser printer because these are waterproof and smudge proof. So here's the front and here's the back. Here's one of the candles that I'm gifting. I brought up this electrical tape to tape the outer edge, but I don't think I need to do that for the candles. Normally I would do that for anything liquid, like a lotion or a sugar scrub, anything that could possibly leak so that I can keep the jars tightly sealed, but don't think I'll need it for the candles, so I'm not gonna do that. But what I will do is wrap it in bubble wrap in order to protect the glass. am so excited about this package. This is from a good friend of mine. Her name is Sarah Kulig, and she is the creator of Pink Posh Fox, which is a soap and bath bomb company. She has since moved over into the fragrance oil world, and she now sells fragrance oils. And she sent me a collection of her bestsellers to show you guys. So I'll be unboxing those for you guys today. Her fragrance oil company is called Kulig Aromatique, and her company is currently in Quebec. Hey, are you curious about what I'm doing? Oh, wow, this is so pretty already. Sarah does such a great job with her graphic design stuff. Oh my gosh, I love her branding. So this is her fragrance oil company. She has this postcard. Looks like she has some sort of rewards program where if you purchase her products, it counts towards points, which you can redeem when you go buy something else at a later time. I was gonna change angles, but her looking down here is just so adorable, so I might just keep it at this angle for now. But the first fragrance oil that I pulled out is this one. It's called Irish Coffee Cream. Kayla and I are big Bailey's fans. We like to add a little bit to our coffees every now and then. I've never seen fragrance oils in bottles like these before. That is something different. And I like how she has this plastic here to keep it from leaking. Oh my God, wow. I love anything coffee scented, and this smells amazing. All right, let's look at the other ones. Let's pull them out. And then I'll sniff each one for you guys. I love the really big bubble wrap. It helps protect the fragrance oils. We have Chanel No. 5. I'm not a perfume person, but the one perfume that I do use is Daisy by Marc Jacobs. So I don't know what Chanel No. 5 actually smells like. Oh, that smells beautiful. That is such a sophisticated floral perfume scent. And I love that she has the flash point information here and whether or not it contains vanilla. That's all very useful information when you're making soap. Next we have Sunset Beach. Beachy scents are my favorite. I love anything coconut. And usually if it's a beach smell, there's some coconut element to it. This is probably the prettiest beach scent I've ever smelled. There's that coconut element to it, but there's a lightness there too. It's like a floral coconut. Next we have Cozy Sweater. I'm expecting a vanilla or like a cashmere type. Oh, that's not what I was expecting at all. It's very green, almost mossy, like a forest type of scent. I really like that a lot. The name of this next scent is Lilac Prosecco, and I have no idea how this is gonna smell, but I love those two things. I love when fragrance oil companies pair two things that I've never seen paired before. Oh, wow. Oh my God, wait. That smells so good. Springtime in Canada, for most parts of Canada, means lilacs. Anything scented in lilac and sold around this time of year always does really, really good. I've never smelled a lilac like this before. It's not a true lilac scent, but this Lilac Prosecco combination is heavenly. If I was staying in Calgary for longer, Kayla and I would have done the Lilac Festival that happens every year in Calgary, and it's this huge, huge event. Tons of people go to it. And I know a lot of soap companies that sign up for this event. They all do really well from what I hear. I was really looking forward to possibly doing it. But if I was doing it, I would have definitely made stuff in this fragrance oil. For those in Calgary that are gonna be a part of that event, Lilac Prosecco. Lilac Prosecco will not only make you guys stand out from the other soap makers that are gonna have lilac things in their booth, but you'll probably sell out of this thing, 100%. Anything scented in this is just gonna sell out, like it's gonna be bonkers. I love it. This next fragrance oil is called Tobacco Vanille. From what I read in my soaping groups, tobacco is a popular scent in soap. It's usually amongst soap businesses' top sellers are their soaps that have that tobacco element in it, which is weird. I'm not a smoker. I don't like the smell of smoke, but for some reason there's the tobacco plant itself gives off a really comforting, sophisticated scent. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells nothing like cigarette smoke or cigarettes, but it has a spicy, masculine, warm scent. It's like rich mahogany, you know, like what Ron Burgundy would be wearing as cologne or what his house would smell like. I love it. Oh my goodness. Wow. Out of all of these fragrance oils, the one that is calling my name is the Lilac Prosecco. It must be the time of year. It's such a fitting fragrance oil. So what I'm gonna do is something that I haven't done in a long time, and that's make a sugar scrub. I suffer from psoriasis, and I get a lot of buildup of dead skin cells on the top of my skin. And since my wholesale customer bought all of my sugar scrubs, I don't have any to use, so I'm gonna make some. But this sugar scrub is gonna be a formula that I've never done before, and I wanna whip it up pretty fast since I don't have my studio anymore. I need to show you that. I haven't showed you guys that yet. So I'm gonna make it here in my kitchen. I'm gonna make it extra hydrating with some special ingredients, which I will show you. But let me stop talking and let's get to it. So the scrub shouldn't take any longer than half an hour to make, and the way I can make it so quick is this special ingredient, foaming bath whip. The scrubs that I sell to my customers is made from a base that I make each time, but if you don't have the time to do that, or if you just wanna get a product quick, foaming bath whip is probably your answer. And it's a pre-made soap base that you can whip up using a beater or a mixer, and it gets really big and fluffy, which makes it great for whipped soap, or you can add some exfoliants to that whipped soap to create a whipped sugar scrub. That's what I'm gonna be doing today. These jars can be tricky to open. Ugh. This is what that looks like. When you use these bases, it's always good to add a little bit of extra oils and other ingredients that will help keep the skin feel hydrated, because this foaming bath whip, I'm not sure about all of them, but this one in particular can feel very dry if you just use that on your skin. But definitely be careful about how much you add, because the bath whip can only hold so much, and if you add too much oil, then it won't whip up and it'll be quite runny and not pleasant. So I'm using this bowl, and looking at it right now, I think it might be too small, so I'm gonna transfer to the bigger bowl. Just make that switcheroo here. There is some preservative in this foaming bath whip, but I still like to add a little bit of preservative because I'm adding other ingredients in addition to the bath whip. So I'm not sure if the preservative that they've added is enough to adequately protect my sugar scrub from mold. And I'm not gonna be adding any water to this scrub, but when you go to use it, you stick wet fingers into this jar, and you're basically going to introduce water to the sugar scrub. So you want to add a preservative to keep this sugar scrub as fresh as possible. These next couple ingredients are going to really help keep the sugar scrub from feeling too drying and too cleansing. Remember to stay within the limits of what you can add to the foaming bath whip. Most product listings will tell you how much extra oils you can add to the whip. Hemp seed oil. This is my favorite lightweight oil. Glycerin. This is such a great ingredient. It's so inexpensive, but I use it in so many of my lotions and other products because of its amazing ability to hydrate skin. Here's some honey quat. This is a great humectant that's water soluble. It's like the power of honey without the stickiness. And then propanediol 1,3. This is another humectant and an emollient, and it actually helps with skin penetration. So if you're using ingredients with some great skin nourishing properties, if you add propanediol, it gives that ingredient a bit of a kick so that your skin is truly absorbing it. Then we have some hydrolyzed oat protein. I like to use this in my hair care and lotions because it just makes your skin and hair feel so soft and smooth. Next is this amazing fragrance oil, Lilac Prosecco by Kulig Aromatique. I really like how these bottles are in kind of like a ketchup bottle format. It really gives some great control when you're putting the fragrance oil in your product, because you can just squeeze it in like you would ketchup or like hair dye. Oh, that smells so good. I actually wish more fragrance oils came in this format. Let me know in the comments how many of you guys have had fragrance oil just spill everywhere because they're just in the most inconvenient bottles. I love this. Love this squeeze bottle format. Now I'm gonna add my jojoba beads. Jojoba beads are not cheap, but they are such a gentle, luxurious exfoliant. I wanted to use these in addition to sugar for that extra bit of luxury. The exfoliation of jojoba beads are a lot more gentle, but the great thing about sugar scrubs is that you can add a little bit more exfoliant to get it to the scrubbiness that you want. Everyone has their preference, it's all over the board. I used to use cane sugar, and I found cane sugar to be so harsh, like really, really rough, which Kale loves, but I really like the much smoother, gentler scrub that you get from white granulated sugar. So it's all in here. I'm gonna go ahead and start whipping this up. So I stopped the whipping about halfway so that I can add the colorant, but you can see the consistency of this scrub is just heavenly. Looks a lot like ice cream, or no, it's like cake frosting is what I meant to say. You can pass the scrub between your fingertips to see if you like the level of exfoliation, and if you want a little bit more, you can add some more sugar or jojoba beads. So I'm gonna add some colorant to my sugar scrub to make it a lovely shade of purple. We're using Lustry Violet Mica from Fizz Fairy. It's this beautiful lilac shade. I'm gonna use about half a teaspoon, which is about this much. And I'm gonna start it up again. I think I got the color that I want. It's this gorgeous shade of pale, pale lilac purple. And you can go darker and make it a darker purple if you want to, but keep in mind that sometimes the mica will darken in the jar. So I like to err on the side of caution and make my scrubs a little bit more pastel and on the lighter side to avoid them looking extra dark. But this color is beautiful, and I think this is exactly what I was going for. So let's go ahead and jar this. This definitely looks like frosting. You want to get as much of this frosting off of the whisk attachment as possible. Look at that gorgeous, fluffy marshmallow consistency. Just the most beautiful texture you can ask for in a whipped scrub. Now, because this is gentler than other scrubs that I've made, it might make for a really good face scrub too with the jojoba beads. And to jar them, I'm going to use these glass jars. I have links to everything down below if you want to make this yourself. And I think this would also make an excellent shave soap as well. And you can pipe the scrub into the jars, but I prefer to spoon them. For me, it's faster. I waste less product. I personally find it much more satisfying. And there you go. Look how beautifully creamy that is. Just a note about making these whipped sugar scrubs, they can deflate over time. For me, even though I've improved, the amount that the sugar scrub deflates, it still deflates sometimes, and I've not been able to find a way or figure out why exactly it does that. So what I do instead is just fill them up as much as I can and hope that it gets to its destination the way it left my house. I've had better luck with making the sugar scrub base from scratch on my own, and I think it's because I've added things like xanthan gum or stearic acid, and that helps to keep the body of a product. But with foaming bath whip, I find that the rate of deflation a little bit higher. And another way to avoid that is to not whip it for too long. That could introduce a ton of extra air into the product, which ultimately can cause the product to fall. Beautiful. I have this jar I didn't fill up all the way, which I usually do so that I can try every batch for myself. And I'm gonna do that right now. So here's a scrub. I just dip my fingers in there, and oh my God. That consistency is just beautiful. It is so soft. Smooth onto my hands, and then I wet it, and I just scrub. The level of exfoliation is absolutely perfect. The jojoba beads are so gentle. It feels like sand, like fine grains of sand. And look at the foam and bubble factor of that foaming bath whip. And the scent of lilac prosecco is heavenly. I love it so much. It's so soothing. Oh, it's really getting me into the spring mood. Look at all these bubbles. It's amazing. I can't wait to use this in the shower and in the bath and just pamper myself. And it rinses cleanly. There's no residue left behind, but my hands don't feel dried out or overly cleansed. They just feel smooth and like just well taken care of. So here is a finished scrub in its jar. To finish them off, I created these labels using online labels, clear, glossy labels for laser printers. And the size is 1.8 by 1.8. For these jars, I think a 2" by 2" would fit better, but these are okay. Like I mentioned with the conditioner bars, I just really love the quality of these labels. And it's super easy to make a professional product using them. So you just stick them on, and there you go. A gorgeous, professional looking product. And if you want to make the sugar scrub yourself, I have the recipe and steps all on my Patreon, which is linked down below. But if you don't want to make it and just want your hands on the scrub, you can buy this from my Etsy. I'm still keeping my main website down right now because I just can't manufacture. That's Dempsey coming down the stairs. I can't manufacture products to the level or to the volume that I was when I had my full studio. So I'm just gonna do tiny batches like this and release them, and whoever wants to buy them can. That's linked down below. Check it out while supplies last, and keep an eye on my Etsy. I might release more things here and there until I'm ready to fully relaunch Quench Bear down in Washington, which who knows how long that'll be. I was putting everything away, and then I realized that I missed a fragrance oil from Kulig Aromatique. In the box is a strawberry angel cake, so you get a bonus fragrance. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. That is a good strawberry shortcake pastry smell with that fresh, fruity strawberry aspect to it. Everything that I scented in a strawberry shortcake or strawberry pastry type of scent always sold out right away. And I think this would be no different. Oh, this smells so good. Stay tuned for more projects that I will be creating with these fragrance oils. I absolutely love them, and I'm so excited to be introducing you guys to a new Canadian supplier. Even though I'm moving to the States, I love supporting Canadian small businesses, and it's just super cool that this one is from another fellow soap maker and soap business owner. Thank you, Sarah, for your amazing fragrance oils. I can't wait to make more things with them. If you guys want to check out Kulig Aromatique's fragrance oils, I have it all linked down below. Definitely check out Lilac Prosecco, but everything I smelled, I think would be a winner in any product. So I promised you guys I would show you what the studio now looks like, and here it is. We got rid of the table that used to be here. We got rid of the shelving that was here, and Kayla and I moved this big couch down here so that when people look at our space, they can envision themselves using this space as a media room or another living space. But I think the biggest difference was this room. There used to be a really big packing table here that is gone now. And so if people want to pull down this Murphy bed and see what it looks like with a bed in this room, they can now do that. And I think it made a huge difference in terms of people coming in here and seeing themselves living here. Now that all that equipment is gone, I feel like people can finally envision themselves in this space. I'm really thankful that Kayla was able to come down here and get all of those tables disassembled and finally stage this space properly. I think this was a necessary step to finally get our house sold, and hopefully by the next video we'll have some good news for you guys and we can end this whole house selling saga and maybe put it behind us for hopefully 10 years, because I don't want to be moving again. Looking around here, I do get sad when I think about all of the hopes and aspirations I had for this space, and thinking that Kayla and I were going to be here for a really long time. But it's hard to ignore all the exciting potential opportunities that are going to come our way once we move down to the States and get settled there. So it's bittersweet. I'm sad to see it packed away and reverted back to a normal basement, but I'm also looking forward to the new space that I'm going to be moving all that stuff to, and excited to show you guys that too whenever, wherever it happens. Again, thank you to everyone who watches my videos. Now that I'm back here in Canada, it's gonna be pretty easygoing for a bit, so I'll have more time to respond to my comments and engage with you guys, because this is the best part of having a YouTube channel is the friends that I'm making on my channel, my subscribers, the people who tune in every single week. You guys are the best, honestly. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys. I never did figure out how to turn those blue lights off. Maybe the new owners will figure it out.